What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy, the vet, coming at you with some loadouts. I've gotten some requests from a couple people figuring out loadouts, the best loadouts to get you to a good KD. As you can see, I have a 1.29 KD. One of the first things that I would suggest a person do if they're trying to get a good KD or figure out what would be the best loadout for them is that I would go to the barracks, go to records, and then go to combat record. And here you can click weapons. Now, in here, you can go and you can see what is your KD with each weapon that you run with. And so you see some weapons I'm not really good with, other weapons I am. The AK-47 I have the 1.29 KD. Um, Not so good with the AUG. Uh, Crossbow. I got 7 kills with that. Pretty good with it, but I only use it inside of Warzone. I'm okay with that. At least, as you can see, I don't really snipe too much. The EBR, I don't use that much. The foul's pretty good. Um, 1.11 with the scar. So for most of the weapons, I mean, you can see that I'm over, but you always want to look for that weapon that you see that you have a really good KD with, and that you have a lot of kills with. So as you can see, I have a really good KD with this, but only got 3 kills with it, which means that I hardly ever use it. Um, I have a good KD with this, but I hardly ever use it. Um, P90, I have a good KD. I use it a little bit. Um, See, you got a good KD with this one, but I've only got 5 kills with it. It's probably because I picked it up for somebody. But like this one, this is one of the new weapons that I've been running with, and it's one of the better ones for me. So you always want to lean towards those weapons that you see have a really, really good KD. And obviously, I have a really good KD with this weapon. I'm sitting at 1.55, um, with 536 kills, 345 deaths. So, that would definitely be in my top as far as weapons to use. um RPG. I use the RPG a lot. I'm sure you guys have seen some of my videos. And yeah, those are the weapons. So that's just a good tool to use that they have in here, and I always appreciate. Then we got loadouts. So you see my run and gun loadout. Now currently I have nothing equipped onto this weapon because I'm trying to get all of the camos and stuff unlocked, and so I'm currently working on the reptile one where you have to have no attachments. But if I was to have any attachments on this weapon, um, what I did have attached to it was I had um I had the 8.7 steel because it gives damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control. You have this other one that doesn't do the same thing as this one, so it's better to have that. Um, the muzzle, I don't believe I had a muzzle on here, but what I did have, and I highly recommend, is getting the 84 round helical mags on this one because it is awesome with that on there. And then what you want to look at is for things that, like right here, it says aim down speed sight, or aim down sight speed, and that is how fast you pull your weapon up. So these are the kind of things that you want to help you with bringing your weapon up faster. So see right here, I got the Corvus skeleton stock, and then you have another one right here, and this one, it looks cooler, but this does 2 things for you. You have aim walking movement speed and aim down sight speed. And so this is something that I would want because it helps me aim down my sight faster, uh and I can move fast while I'm using it. And then the last thing is finding yourself a really good scope, something that works for you, that's not obstructing the screen. And one scope that I find that I use quite a bit, and it's my favorite scope, is hold on a second. I use the Integral Hybrid. That is one of my favorite ones that I use a lot. And then I use the Operator Reflex sight. I like these ones a lot. Or you can just go with the GI Mini Reflex sight. Those are really good scopes to use. So for this video, and I'll play with it too, just so you guys can see how these classes work. But I'll use this scope on this one. And um, I have as my secondary weapon rocket launcher. You can choose a pistol or anything that you feel like you need with this one, but I use a rocket launcher in this one with this class just because it's easy to get campers and stuff if you run into one. As far as my perks go, the only reason why I have tune up on this one is because I was using it in Warzone, but if I'm not using it in Warzone, I use the tracker perk. And the tracker perk is really, really good. The only thing that I suggest is that when you do use the tracker perk, that you only follow footsteps, I would say around like two, maybe two bends, two corners. And if you don't find them, the person by then just abort mission and go on to something else because usually when you're following somebody, that's a good way to get yourself killed. I use a Claymore as my lethal, but if you're not really a Claymore person, you can use the C4 or the Thermite. And I would highly suggest the C4 is really good for throwing over the walls and then double tapping square and getting kills and stuff. You guys have seen me use it a couple times, and it's a very effective tool to use. Um, so I'm gonna switch this one to the C4. Like I said, I had this class set up for Warzone, and I also had this class set up for um, because I was trying to get the camos unlocked. So this is my running gun class right here. And I use cold-blooded, so that way if they bring a chopper up, I don't get killed. And ghosts, so if they have UAVs, and I'm a really big fan of ghosts. I pretty much run with ghosts um uh on every one of my classes, my main classes, as you can see. There's only one of them that I don't. This is my other one that I use, and I had call it anti-chopper because there's sometimes you get in the game and people are just bringing up all these things, and if you don't shoot them down, they're just gonna keep killing you or your teammates. So I get the M91, um, and then I put full metal jackets on these things, and I put the 150 round belt on it. And then that way I can just keep hitting it and hitting it, hitting it. And then anything else you want to put on there is just extra. But whatever to help you, it's to help keep it stable. So I got the recoil control right there, and that's really good. Recoil control and hip fire. It's either this one, Merc for grip, or Commando for grip. Um, Actually, this one would work better in this case. Then I got the rear grip, I got the aiming stability, aim down sight speed, and recoil control. And like I said, for the most part with this one, I'm shooting down things, so I want that aiming stability. It's gonna help out so much. Um, and then you go down the class. I got the Joker. Joker's one of the better of the rocket launchers. Um, as far as targeting. And then I have, can you add things to the Joker? Oh, just camos. Then the classes I have cold-blooded because obviously you don't want to be shot while you're trying to shoot things down. Ghosts, so you don't get spotted. And then I have amped, and amped is really good because it says faster weapon swap and rocket launcher reload speed, and that's awesome because a lot of times it takes forever to reload these rocket launchers, and that's just the best thing to do. Then you just have a regular claymore and stun grenade um, to help you out. Then I got my close quarters class, and this class right here is for like I use it for rust and shipment, just the ones that are really really close quarters, and you really have time to think, and everybody's around shooting. And so this is the class that I use specifically for that. And here goes the setup for that. I have my AK-47 because it's a really strong gun, and you don't want a gun that takes a couple bullets to kill people. You want something that as soon as it hits them, you know that they're gonna go down. I have the compact barrel on it, so it helps my aim down sight speed. Then I have the ammunition. I put the 75 round drum, which is the biggest drum you could put on this, and so that way I don't have to reload as often. I got my rear grip that gives me the aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, which is really great because you can pull up really, really fast. And so I really like that. I have sleight of hand because, like I said, a lot of times when I'm using this class, I'm in close quarters and I have to reload really, really fast, and this helps my reload speed like a lot. And the stock aim walking movement speed, and aim down sight speed. These are really, really good to use, just because you want to be able to bring up fast, and you want to be able to move around, be able to maneuver while you're moving. So this is a really good stock to have on it. As far as my secondary weapon, I have the 357, um, and then I have the Silver Field Ordnance 357 barrel equipped, a laser equipped to it, trigger action, so that way I have a hair trigger and my fire rate is a lot faster. I have a regular optic on it and fully loaded, so that way I come in stocked with all the ammo that I need when going in. And then um, I have EOD on because a lot of times, like I said, I'm using this in close quarters. So people are throwing grenades, people are shooting rockets anywhere that they can, and last thing you want to do is get blown up by uh, something. So, this helps me stay alive a lot longer. Then I got hard line, so that way I get my kill streaks a lot faster. And shrapnel, because it allows me to have two pieces of lethal equipment, and this helps because as you can see, I have lethal grenades. I have the Stimtex grenades, so I throw these. I'm able to throw two. Then on this class, and probably the only class that you'll see, I have the tactical decoy grenade, and the reason why is because on these small maps, a lot of people are running hard lines, so they can get a crit streak. So there's a lot of UAVs up. So this helps right here just to divert the attention from you, and then you can get a kill on the side and or just trick people. It's really good. One of my favorite things to use on them small maps. Then I have stealth mode, which you guys will see me use a lot. This is by far one of my favorite classes to use. I have my AK-47 set up. I have the lightweight suppressor on it. I have the integral hybrid scope on it, which is a reflex and scout toggle, and the zoom level is pretty good. I have the skeleton stock on it, which is helps me aim down sight speed, and then it also helps with aim walking movement speed, which is, like I said, something really, really great to have because it helps to move instead of like a lot of people whenever they start shooting they just stand in one spot, but it's better to move side to side, especially when you're playing hardcore any game mode. Then I have the rear grip. I have my aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed, which, like I said before, is really good to have. Then you want something to stabilize and help the recoil. So I have the Ranger foregrip that helps recoil control and aiming stability with this class. Of course, I go with my go-to rocket launcher, um, and then the same perks that I have, the cold-blooded ghost tracker. I have my claymore, and in this one I have the stem, and I use that a lot because people get a couple hits on you. You can reload. I mean, you can heal yourself and then go back to shooting instead of having to wait to for yourself to heal. Then this is my last main class. This is my sniper class. Um, I have the AX50, and I have it equipped with a suppressor, just because I don't want people to know for the most part where I'm shooting from, because I play hardcore, so a lot of times they can't see the kill cam. So a lot of times if you're sniping in hardcore, it's really hard for them to find where you're shooting from. Then I have the Singard Arms Pro as my barrel, and that gives me damage range and bullet velocity, so I can kill people from a lot further away. My stock, I have aiming stability, which definitely helps with snipers. I have heavy hitter as my perk, and the reason why I have heavy hitter because sometimes people like to sneak up behind you, and when they do, you might have to give them a good butt stroke, and that'll help you kill them really fast. Then I got the rear grip, recoil control. That helps out with that. But I play hardcore, so all it takes is one. So I might get rid of heavy hitter. Actually, I was just thinking about that right now. So I might get rid of heavy hitter and go for an optic. Um, and the reason why I'm thinking on changing the optic is because if you use the regular one, then it gives you the light of where you're shooting from. So I don't know if this one does the same. I have to figure it out, but hopefully it gives the effect that I want. Then my secondary weapon on this one, I have a pistol, and the reason why is because when you switch from any weapon to a pistol, the swap happens a lot faster. And so and if somebody's coming up behind you, you can hear the footsteps. Then it's really easy to switch to a pistol and get that kill. I got the recoil stabilization with the muzzle brake. I have the point 30, 350. I'm sorry, the 357 snub nose on it. I have a laser equipped to it. The optic is just a corporate combat hollow sight, and then a fast melee because if they're really that close, then I want to be able to knife them really, really fast. Then I have EOD equipped, and the reason why I have EOD equipped is because if you're a sniper, a lot of times you're in a sniping location. A lot of people just like to shoot rockets up there to get you off. So if you have EOD, it's gonna take a lot more than rockets to get you down. Ghost, so if they put up anything, you can just keep moving around so that and avoid being detected. And shrapnel, because it allows you to have two explosive uh, pieces of lethal equipment. I'm sorry, and uh, and I have claymores, and that way you can set up claymores and wherever you're trying to go. And then I have the heartbeat sensor, and a lot of people don't like using the heartbeat sensor because it forces you to put your weapon down. But I like using it just especially with my sniper class and only my sniper class because whenever I use it with my sniper class, I'm able to see if there's anybody near me because a lot of times people will be running um, they'll be running dead silence, um, and so this will help you kind of get around it. So I'll look down my scope, shoot somebody if I have somebody, and then I'll bring up my heartbeat sensor and see if there's anybody around me, which is always good practice when running with a sniper class. So this is my my class setup. My favorite one that I've been running with right now is running gun, and I'm gonna run one game for you guys just to kind of see um how it is, and also this is gonna help with like your KD, bringing your KD and stuff up. Also understanding the flow of each map, and I'm gonna show you guys whatever map it is that I land on. I'm gonna show you guys how I kind of figure out what the flow of the map is. Like I said, I usually play hardcore, so I don't know what cabin fever is. I've seen that up there, but I mostly play hardcore. But you could pretty much use these tactics with any game mode. The reason why I use it a lot in hardcore because in hardcore it's kind of easy to keep people in front. I mean, I'm sorry, domination is really easy to keep the people in front of you. So if you're holding A and B, then you know the people are spawning at C. Or if you're holding A and they're holding B and C, you know they're gonna be in front of you. You're always gonna be spawning there. Now that can be a good thing or a bad thing. Good thing is if you are holding A and B or C and B, whatever it is that you're holding, then you can spawn trap the other team. But if it's vice versa, it can be really easy for the other team to spawn trap you as well. So, and here we go. I landed on Rust, and so now you guys get to see me use my close quarters um, loadout. So let's see how well I do with this. Hopefully I don't go negative, and let's get some good gaming in for you guys. Okay, close quarters. We're all ready. All right. Give me a good game.
Capture and hold the objectives. Taking Alpha, stand by. Assist your team at Bravo.
Oh, he got me right when I seen him. There we go. How's he behind us? Okay. This class. Alright. My team isn't getting A.
Overhead.
Alright. Okay. See how I pull up really fast? And that's why I don't like the bouncing betties. Because they can be ducked.
Friendly UAV online. Taking Bravo, stand by.
Oh.
Securing A.
Ah, I keep on forgetting people get up there. Where's he at?
We captured Alpha.
Oh, I see him. He's at the very top. There we go. Yeah, I had to take those corners.
Charlie, stand by.
Oh, come on. I should have had those.
Losing A.
Ah, I forgot I didn't have my UAV.
Charlie secure. Enemy the barrel. Friendly UAV online.
There we go.
Allied cruise missile. Sentry gun ready to report.
Ah, I came from behind.
Two. We have the advantage.
Alright. Now, the good thing about maps like this is a lot of people aren't running. There we go. There we go.
Allied cruise missile away. Friendly VTOL jet on station.
A lot of people are running EOD
Online.
on this one because they aren't trying to get hit by grenades. That's my teammate. Oh, I should have had that kill. That's crazy.
We're in control.
Oh, I thought he was sitting in that corner. Come out this way, buddy. Let's go.
Losing Alpha. Friendly sentry gun deployed. Enemies have Alpha.
Oh, I have EOD on, man. How did I get killed with one grenade
Friendly sentry
with
gun
EOD
deployed.
equipped?
Securing Bravo.
Ooh.
Securing Bravo.
He's up top.
Bravo, stand by. We're losing Charlie. Control 2 objectives. We are losing ground. Enemy UAV overhead.
He's down.
Securing Alpha.
Thought that was my own teammate. 27 kills. Up top again.
Enemy shield turret spotted.
Where's he at?
Securing Bravo. Enemy cruise missile coming.
Ah, I should have had that kill.
Enemy VTOL jet in the AO.
Oh no. Alright, let's get this chopper down. There's the VTOL jet.
Friendly UAV online. Enemy shield deployed.
There we go.
Allied cruise missile
See how
ready.
fast that thing went down? Ah.
Friendly UAV online. Securing Alpha.
I should have had that kill too. Let's go.
Securing Bravo. Friendly UAV online.
Oh man, the thing walked in front of me. Yeah, somebody get
Securing
that dude.
Bravo.
Oh, how the heck is he up in
We are
there?
taking Alpha.
Look at him. Out of there.
Enemy cruise missile incoming. Securing A.
There we go.
Enemy at the barrel.
There we
Securing
go.
A. We are holding Alpha.
Oh, I should have had both of those kills. Oh, should have kept shooting right down that hole right there.
Two objectives each.
That's the only thing about having this AK-47. It's got a lot of kicks, so you gotta be good with it.
Losing A. We're losing Charlie.
That's a kill.
We've lost Charlie. Get
Dang
back
it,
to
I dropped too low.
securing Alpha.
A drop shot, it could be a good thing or a bad thing if you use it right.
Securing B.
Oh, he's up top.
UAV overhead. Securing Alpha. Enemy shield turret spotted. We're getting hammered. Step it up. Allied cruise missile away.
Where's he at? Alright, let's see how well I did.
Our day. Clean yourselves up.
Oh, 47 and 32. In close quarters, that's not too bad. As you can see, everybody's like up there in double digits as far as kills and deaths go, so it's not too bad. As long as you don't go negative, that's what matters. Alright, you guys, tell me what you guys thought about this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope it was helpful. Please like, please subscribe, and like always, please be safe out there. I know this coronavirus epidemic is getting a little crazy out there, and hopefully everybody's able to find TP and stuff like that. I love you guys. Thank you so much for your time and your respect. The vet out.